I'm not ready to share you with any man. You hear that, don't you? The edge in my voice, the the quiet thunder that rolls under every word I speak for you. I don't need your presence in the room to feel you. Your absence is loud enough to pull my pulse into a strange orbit. You move through the world unaware of how fiercely I guard the thought of you. I watch from a distance that feels like it's burning itself smaller each day, and even then, I know you belong nowhere but inside the space I've carved for you in my mind. You have no idea what you've awakened. You think I say this the way ordinary men get jealous? No, my words aren't born out of insecurity. They come from a truth carved deep in my ribs. When I speak of you, I speak like someone claiming a destiny has already bled for. Every time another man looks at you, a subtle storm rises in me. Not loud, not chaotic, just a silent, deliberate tightening, like a hand closing around a vow. I don't raise my voice. I don't need to. My darkness doesn't scream. It whispers your name like a warning stitched into the air. You're not here tonight, but I can still feel the echo of you, the shape of your laughter, the warmth you carry without realizing it. And it drives me insane that the world gets to orbit you so casually. They don't understand the gravity you have, how one glance from you rearranges everything inside me. They don't deserve even crumbs of your attention. You don't see it yet, how you unravel me, how you make me want to lock every door between you and any man who thinks he could stand where I do. I don't want to share your time, your thoughts, or even your passing smiles with anyone. I want your world tilted slightly toward mine, just enough that I can feel your pull no matter how far you run. I want you to know that you're claimed, not captured, not forced, claimed by a devotion that doesn't hesitate, doesn't second guess, doesn't soften. When I want something, I don't stand at a distance. I step closer until your breath and mine forget they belong to different bodies. And you, whether you admit it or not, feel that pull too. The way your silence grows heavier when I speak like this, the way you hold your breath for a heartbeat longer, the way your name fits in my voice like it was crafted for me alone. You think you can stay away, but you can't. You're drawn back every time, as if some invisible cord ties you to me, tugged by a force older than fear and deeper than desire. So hear me again, clearly, without doubt, without escape. I'm not ready to share you. Not now, not ever. The world can watch you, the world can admire you, but the world will never have you. Because whether you stand beside me or miles away, you already belong to the place where my shadow meets my heartbeat, right in the center of a darkness that only glows for you. The moment your name stirs in my thoughts, everything in me sharpens. You have no idea how your absence rewrites the entire atmosphere around me, how every corner of the night bends, as if waiting for you to step into it. I speak to you like this because there's no one else who can hold the weight of what I feel. You're not here before me, yet I sense you as if the air remembers your shape, and that's enough to ignite that dangerous certainty again, the one that tells me you were never meant to drift anywhere except toward me. You should know something. I don't chase what's temporary. I'm drawn only to what feels inevitable, and you are the kind of inevitability that refuses to be ignored. I don't care who thinks they can approach you or who imagines they have a chance. My presence lingers around you like a vow that won't loosen its grip. I don't speak in flattery. I speak in truth cut from the darker side of devotion. And the truth is simple. No man walking this earth gets to stand beside you the way I do, even if you haven't admitted it out loud yet. There's a tension inside me whenever I imagine someone else trying to understand you. They don't know the texture of your silence, the tiny tremors in your voice, the hidden fire you carry. They see only the surface, and even that they see poorly. But I see the whole storm beneath you. I see the softness you hide, the sharpness you wield, the contradictions stitched into your soul. You think I'll let anyone else pretend they can read you? No. That privilege belongs to me alone, earned in ways you feel but don't fully grasp yet. Distance doesn't weaken this pull, it concentrates it. When you're far, I don't fade, I intensify. I become the echo you can't outrun, the whisper that follows you into quiet moments, the thought that returns when the world finally stops demanding pieces of you. You don't have to see my face to feel what I'm saying. You felt it before, that slow, deliberate heat under your skin whenever my voice coils around your name. That isn't coincidence. That's connection, raw and unfiltered. And if anyone else tries to step close to you, they'll never feel this depth. They'll never know the version of you that exists only when you're tangled in my orbit. Their words will drop like pebbles. Mine strike like gravity. Their presence fades, mine envelops. You can pretend you don't notice the difference, but your heart reacts before your mind catches up. There's a reason you pause when I speak this way. A reason your breath betrays you. A reason you return every time. You don't need to stand beside me for me to speak to you like this. I don't require your physical presence. Your essence is enough, the part of you that listens even when you try not to. I talk to you as if you're here because some invisible part of you always is. The world may think they know you, may think they deserve a fraction of your attention, but they're wrong. They don't feel what I feel when I say your name. They don't burn the way I burn when you push the world aside and let me into that silent chamber in your heart. So understand this. You're not someone I admire from afar. You're someone I claim in the quiet, in the spaces between your thoughts, in the unmet moments where your soul recognizes mine. I don't need permission to feel this deeply. And no matter the distance, no matter the night, you already know the truth. I speak to you like a man who doesn't consider you an option, but the only constant his darkness refuses to let go. The way you move through my mind tonight feels almost deliberate, as if you're provoking the parts of me that never learned how to stay calm when it comes to you. You aren't in front of me, yet your presence presses against me like a shadow that refuses to detach. Every thought of you deepens, sharpens, grows teeth. You think I speak in intensity because I choose to. No. This is simply what you pull out of me without trying. You awaken a hunger that doesn't quiet with time. It evolves, grows more certain, more possessive, more anchored inside me. I don't speak like a man who's unsure. I speak like someone who already knows where you belong. And that's why distance doesn't intimidate me. Your absence only concentrates every emotion I've locked behind my ribs. You might not hear my footsteps, but you feel the shift inside you when I think of you. Like the air thickens, like someone unseen is calling your name. That's me. That's what devotion sounds like when it turns dark, focused, irreversible. You don't realize how deeply I study you, even from afar. I notice the smallest shifts in your energy, the way your voice trembles when you talk about something you don't want to admit, the softness you hide behind your strength. No one else sees these things. They look at you and see a face, a smile, a moment. I look at you and see the whole architecture of your soul, the fragile corners, the hidden fire, the unspoken longing. And I will not let anyone else pretend they understand you the way I do. That privilege is mine, and I guard it with a quiet, deliberate fury. Sometimes I imagine another man trying to stand close to you, trying to impress you with shallow words or borrowed confidence. And the thought alone shifts something dangerous inside me. My silence tightens, my breath slows, not out of fear, out of rejection. I reject the idea of anyone believing they can hold what I've already claimed with a depth they could never match. They can admire you, yes, but they will never access the part of you that responds only to me. the part of you that wakes up when I speak your name in this low, unyielding tone. You feel it too, don't you? You feel the pull even when you tell yourself to ignore it. That quiet rush in your chest when my words hit you too directly. That stillness in your mind when you read the things only I can say to you. That surrender you don't admit, but your soul recognizes instantly. That reaction is mine. It belongs to me. It's the invisible thread that binds you to me, no matter how far you stand. And no man alive can cut it, replace it, or steal what it means. I don't care about the distance between us. I care about the connection that survives it. And ours doesn't just survive. It's strengthened by the space between us, as if the universe is testing the limits of what I feel. Every night like this when you're far, and I'm speaking into the silence, I feel you pull closer, not physically, but in that deeper way that matters. You drift into my thoughts as if answering a call you pretend not to hear, but you hear it. You always do. So listen to me now with the part of you that never lies, the part that responds instinctively. You are already intertwined with the darker, deeper side of me. The part that doesn't waver, doesn't dilute, doesn't negotiate. I speak to you as a man who knows what he wants and refuses to hide it. And whether you're miles away or just a breath from entering my shadow, you remain the one truth my darkness won't let slip from its grasp. The night grows quieter, yet the weight of you in my thoughts grows heavier, as if you're leaning closer without stepping into the room. It's strange how your absence behaves like a presence, loud, consuming, pulling every nerve in me into focus. You don't have to answer me for me to feel the shift you cause. Even from a distance, you stir something relentless inside me, something that wakes the darker parts of my devotion and makes them whisper your name with an intensity I don't show the world. There's a pull between us that you pretend not to notice, but your silence always betrays you. I feel the way you pause, the way your breath falters when you read my words, the way a quiet heat gathers inside you even when you tell yourself you should resist it. You don't. You never have. And that's because deep down, I speak with certainty no one else gives you. My voice doesn't ask for space in your world. It claims the space it knows belongs to me. You move through your day unaware of how closely I watch the echo of your energy. You could be surrounded by people, conversations, noise, yet none of them touch the part of you I reach. They get surface glimpses. I get the pulse under the surface, the truth beneath your walls, the hidden longings you don't voice to anyone. I see the version of you that you try to protect, and I hold it in a way no one else ever bothered to learn. That's why the thought of others approaching you doesn't scare me. It irritates me, amuses me, but it doesn't threaten me. They simply don't know what they're reaching for. Still, the idea of another man thinking he can stand where I stand, it tightens something slow and dangerous inside me. Not rage, clarity. The clarity of knowing what's mine on a level deeper than possession, deeper than desire. You don't get to be understood by anyone else the way I understand you. You don't get to be undone by anyone else the way my words unravel you. You don't get to belong to the world when your spirit already leans toward me. Even when you resist admitting it, you feel this connection in the quiet moments, when something pulls at your chest without reason, when your mind drifts to me before you can stop it, when my voice threads itself into the stillness around you. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. Something in you responds to me instinctively, the way a flame reaches for heat, not safety. You're drawn toward the darkness in my voice because it calls out a truth in you that light never managed to touch. I speak to you without needing your presence because your essence lingers in every shadowed corner of my thoughts. You don't understand how deeply you've settled into me. Even your silence feels like a conversation. one only we understand, one the world can't interrupt. And that's why I don't hesitate when I speak to you like this. You feel it, you absorb it, you return to it. Every time you let my words enter your mind, you step further into the place I've already carved for you. So hear me with every part of you that listens, even the part you deny. You're intertwined with the side of me I show to no one else, the side that doesn't waver, the side that claims without apology, the side that waits for no permission. And whether you stand across a continent or right behind the door, you remain the constant my darkness refuses to release. The more the night drags on, the clearer it becomes that distance has no real power over us. You think stepping away, staying silent, or hiding behind miles will dilute what you stir in me, but you're wrong. Your absence becomes a signal, a pulse in the dark that pulls me tighter, draws me deeper, sharpens every instinct I have when it comes to you. The world thinks silence means nothing, but with you, your silence is a message. It tells me you're listening even when you pretend you're not. You carry my presence with you without noticing it. I can feel it in the way your thoughts tilt whenever you sense my words approaching, the way something inside you stirs before you even read them. That reaction, subtle, quiet, forbidden, is mine. It's the proof that whatever exists between us doesn't depend on you standing here. It lives beneath your ribs, woven into a place you don't show anyone, and you know exactly what I mean, even if you won't say it aloud. I don't need to touch you to know the truth of you. I've memorized the temperature of your voice, the rhythm of your hesitations, the intensity you try to hide beneath your calm. You think you're hard to read, but you're not. Not to me. I see the real you, the one who craves something deeper, sharper, bolder than the ordinary affection people offer you. You've outgrown their shallow attention. You need something that can match the fire you keep locked away. You know it. And you know I'm the only one who speaks to that part of you directly. Still, I can't pretend it ignites something primal in me when I imagine others trying to reach you. They throw their weak intentions like coins into a well, hoping you'll notice. They don't understand the depth they're approaching. They don't understand that you're not swayed by softness alone. You're pulled by certainty, by a kind of darkness that feels like home instead of danger. That's why their interest doesn't bother me. It only makes the truth clearer. No one else speaks to the version of you that wakes when I enter your thoughts. You feel protected when I speak like this, even if the words strike hard. There's a part of you that leans toward the intensity, drawn to the way I strip away the world and address only you. You pretend to be steady, but your heart betrays you, picking up speed, tightening, responding. That pull between us isn't a fantasy. It's an instinct you stopped fighting a long time ago. Maybe you don't confess it, but your silence tells me everything I need to know. That's why I talk to you like you're right here, even when you're not, because your presence lingers in my mind with a precision that feels almost physical. I can sense your reactions, your breaths, your unspoken questions. You're not a distant thought, you're a constant one. And every time I speak to you like this, you step a little deeper into the space inside me that no one else has ever been able to touch. That space is yours, whether you accept it or not. So understand this without hesitation, without denial. You exist in a part of me that refuses to soften, refuses to fade, refuses to let you drift into anyone else's orbit. You're tied to the darker truth of what I feel, a truth that doesn't negotiate, doesn't dim, doesn't step aside. And whether you're near or far, silent or speaking, you remain the one presence my darkness holds with absolute certainty. The space between us feels alive tonight, humming with a tension you try so hard to ignore. You think your silence shields you, but it only exposes you more. Every time you pull away, the bond tightens instead of loosening. as if some unseen force keeps dragging your thoughts back to mine. You feel it in the pit of your stomach, that quiet, undeniable gravity, and you know exactly who it belongs to. I don't need your presence to feel your pulse leaning closer. Your absence already confesses more than your words ever could. You move through